What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news each and every day. I'm Drew Bosley, that's Scott Savage, and you can join us at InsideTheGame.ca, our YouTube channel, Inside the Game Official, and all those beautiful TV streaming platforms around the globe. Scott, we got a lot to talk about today. What's going on?
That's right, we're going to talk about GTA 6 and how it's going to be much more lifelike, so they say. Fromsoft has begun recruitment, and that means a lot of good games to come. And Nintendo dual screen device patents have been seen, and that starts quite a conversation.
Certainly does. Let's get going. GTA 6. Scott, dude, we just can't get enough of it, can we? GTA 6 rumors continue, as there will be more diverse, lifelike animations thanks to a unique animation system. This is Francesco De Mayo over at WCCF Tech. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to feature more diverse and lifelike animations compared to previous entries in the series, judging from the unique animation system the game will employ. GTA 6 subreddit user Toblo Bowen discovered a few hours ago a patent filed by Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Games' parent company, by studying the leak from last year detailing a unique animation system that features a library of small building blocks for characters' movements that can be combined in a lot of different ways to create a wide range of animations, which will result in more diverse and lifelike animations. The number of possible variants for the simplest of animations, such as walking, is going to be huge, as animations will naturally change with different weather conditions and so on. The best thing about this system, which the user highlights, was in use even in the leaked build, is that it will be used for NPCs too, particularly making Grand Theft Auto 6 one of the most immersive open world games ever. Very little is known about GTA 6 other than the fact, well, it depends on how far you go into that. Remember that massive leak, Scott, we had for this?
Yeah, there was a little bit too much shown off at one point.
There certainly was, but I'm starting to see a lot of things pop up out of nowhere. And granted, take this for a grain of salt. We here at ITG are just as pumped and excited for GTA 6 as anybody else, but we definitely kind of take this information with a high grain of salt, a big chunk of that salt, Scott, because you never quite know what's going to be there, right? Rockstar hasn't officially said anything. Nobody knows. We were supposed to see a trailer. Rumors, right? More rumors stated we're going to see a trailer this month. Well, we now have 1 day left, Scott. Like we're running out of time. The other thing too, I heard, because I've been keeping my ear to the ground pretty good on this, is our character now will actually get a suntan.
No, that's a lot of large systems at play. If this is all true to be believed, then there's an incredible amount of back-end mathematics working. How many different animations are we piecing together so you could do your silly walk? I'm thinking of Monty Python. And then having the tan and everything work. This is a lot of things that could go wrong, and that has me slightly worried. But then again, this is Rockstar. These are the same people that brought us Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes. Oh man, I still jump back into that game every once in a while just to kind of get that feel of that world. Oh,
I need to beat it, man. I spent so long in it, but I didn't beat.
It's a long game.
I'm in the last act.
That last act. Wow, dude, you gotta be getting close, I think. But
I know the spoilers, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, no, that hurts.
Yeah.
But GTA 6, dude, if they can get the we played GTA 5 online, and the movement of our characters are like they're so awkward looking now compared to today's standards that I can only imagine where we're gonna head next with GTA 6 and what Rockstar has built for this animation system to have that more lifelike. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, right? We are in our hobby playing video games. How realistic, Scott, do we need this to be?
That's something I've been asking myself, and likely the whole gaming community has been asking that for probably about 10 years now.
Yeah.
All right, it's already looking incredibly good. How much more can we push this? But that is still what pushes games forward. You'd be surprised, I think.
No, absolutely, right? When we take a look at Assassin's Creed, I know, we're doing this big leap of faith and all these other unique things, but just the walk animation there, getting through the world, feels real, right?
Remember when Assassin's Creed 1 came out and everybody was doing that through crowds?
Yeah,
that was funny.
Shifting their shoulders, trying to blend in. Yeah, like it's gonna be incredible to see the hype around GTA 6 when this drops. I know we're getting excited, we're getting anxious. A lot of people are getting anxious to the point where they're ruining Jeff Keighley's presentations, right? Like this is
Oh,
how
yeah.
much of a splash this is already starting to create before it's even here. Wait till Rockstar finally does drop the GTA 6 trailer. Dude, the whole internet's just gonna explode. The world's gonna shut down for a day, and then we're all just gonna dissect this trailer. How many times do you think people are gonna watch that trailer over and over again in one day? Right?
That's going to be a huge amount of views, actually. I want to return to that topic because that's funny. That's a funny idea. That's probably massive bananas on the internet, but
Yeah.
we have seen these large systems again. Just, I want to be a little bit cautious because I've seen what facial animations happen in Ubisoft when you kind of put too many.
Just eyeballs.
Yeah.
That was a PC bug. PC bug. Yeah.
No, those were funny at times, but I'm hoping the bugs remain funny. But also to your point, these live presentations, I hope the Video Game Awards this year has some serious security.
Yeah. Me too. We don't need another person going, we need GTA 6. Like, we already know that. The whole world knows this, right? Like, we all want it. So just be patient, but it's hard. I get it too.
You, me, and Bill Clinton, we all want GTA 6, and we all have to wait.
Yeah. Do you think we get it next year? Because that is a rumor right now, is that it's actually coming 2024 holiday season.
I think so. If there's an opportunity at the Game Awards for them to steal the spotlight and say, here's the release date, I think that's what'll happen. And I think it'll be midway through 2024.
All right.
A lot of time to build potential market hype, but they really don't have to do that, do they?
No, they don't. Dude, if they dropped it tomorrow, like,
Oh,
they don't need to show anything. They don't need to show press. They don't need to show fans. They don't need to do anything but just go, hey, poof, go buy the game. Dude, like, they don't need a reviewer to even, like us, as much as we would die to review this game, right? We don't need to do it. IGN doesn't need to do it. GameSpot doesn't need to do it. Nobody needs to have this game early for it to just to have that splash. Remember when Bethesda's Todd Howard was out? He goes, Fallout 4, we're working on it. Boom, it's out in what? It was like a couple months.
no.
Everybody lost their mind. They're like, oh my God, we're going to get to play this way sooner. It's not going to be a year from now. It's going to be boom. In a few months, there's the game. Rockstar just goes, here you go. They hit one button, dude, put it out to the internet, and then it's over. Like, that's it. Like, we're all going to buy it. It doesn't matter where we are in our life. You'll just remember that moment of going, man, they did this. Nobody has the power. Ubisoft, EA, PlayStation, dude, they couldn't even do that with Spider-Man, right?
Oh.
As big as Spider-Man is, even if they said, oh, we don't have a release date, and then just dropped it the next day for Spider-Man 2, it wouldn't have the same impact as GTA 6 will have, regardless.
No, absolutely. Only Epic with Fortnite is the only other company I can think of that could just drop something and expect it to do well.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, GTA 6, hopefully, man, fingers crossed. I'm pretty hyped. If they can pull off all these rumors that we're starting to hear, I'm definitely anxious to see if we get any more details sooner than later, because the hype, the anticipation. GTA 5 has been such a powerhouse over the last decade. It's still going strong today. They don't even need GTA 6, do they?
Oh no, that's scary.
It's terrifying, Scott. Dude, it's terrifying. But the fact is, GTA 5 and GTA Online make so much money that they really don't need GTA 6. But
Yeah.
we all want it. And hopefully it's coming next year. Scott, dude, this must have you excited. From Software begins a large-scale recruitment for multiple new projects. Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming, From Software has started a large-scale recruitment for multiple new projects that are in development. First spotted by IGN Japan, the developer is starting its recruitment by hosting online information sessions that will begin in December. According to Career's website, the career roles, well, there's a list of them. Game planner, system planner, game programmer, R&D, graphics. The list goes on and on and on. Equipment management and application management assistant, QA department manager. The list just continues, Scott. Dude, they are ramping up. From Software is best known for the Dark Souls series. Yeah, and Elden Ring. Like, how do you not mention Elden Ring when you say From Software? Scott,
Well, that's the big one. Well, Armored Core as well, but that's
recent,
far less known.
right? I think Armored Core is for I don't know. Like I saw it kind of came and went, right? Where Elden Ring, people still talk about it today with high praise, and Armored Core got high praise too. People are like, "What is going to make Game of the Year?" I don't think Armored Core is going to make Game of the Year discussion. I think Elden Ring was just at this whole other scale, this other level for From Software. That even though Dark Souls and Demon Souls put them on the map, Elden Ring just elevated that whole studio to that next level, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Where did they go next?
Around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna. This includes some sort of spawning of another IP, because that has been working out beautifully for them.
Yes.
Sekiro was very well loved, and did that win Game of the Year when it came out? I'm struggling to remember.
Oh, you know what? So I saw Jeff Keighley just posted the other day the Game Award winners over the past few years. Let me see if I can find that, Scott.
I think that's where I saw that. Yeah,
you did too.
Because it was just a little weird, a little funny, but well received and beloved. I don't know if we'll get a sequel necessarily soon, because I think Elden Ring would have beat that aside.
Right.
But there's a lot of things that From could do. I never played. I think it's Daikatana.
Was one of their. Heard that one.
It was one of their very first games, and I was already known for being brutal at the time too. But
right.
I'm curious. We'll see a revitalization of that, or they finally give in. Finally, come with Bloodborne 2.
Well, okay, so that's the big thing, right? Everybody who's played Bloodborne is asking, where's the sequel? We want a sequel. Why isn't there a sequel? PlayStation throws them a buttload of money, makes a sequel. Dude, that's just going to hit huge, right? Like, fans have been asking for this for so long. I'm kind of shocked that we don't have it.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if it's just something that... Can they bring something new to the series to elevate it? And perhaps that's not yet the case.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Nintendo reasons why we don't have a sequel to a lot of things.
Dude, so I can't find Keeley's post, which is weird. But I'm going to the Game Awards to see who's won over the last... Okay, so Elden Ring, Stray.
Yeah, because I believe that was 2019?
Yes, I believe it is. So, yeah. I'm trying to find out... Either way. There's when it comes to From Software, dude, it just elevates everything to the next level. So you want to know, will we get an Elden Ring 2?
I think so. Yeah,
I think
that's a matter of time. I think it's probably many years away, just simply because they don't have to produce anything soon.
Right. Yeah. Wow. That's fair. That's very fair.
It's a good thing in my opinion, because then it's not rushed. There's no market demand that needs it to be on a certain date and time, and that's where we get all these broken releases from.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest fear too, right? Is that you don't want anything rushed. And so far, everything they put out just crushes. So, like, keep going with that. When they start to scale up, like we've seen a lot of studios this year just ramp right down, and now we're looking to scale up From Software. Does that have you concerned at all? A little. Are they doing the old Telltale and taking on too much, and that's why we don't? Well, we do have Telltale now again, technically, but even them, we've seen layoffs and things like that.
Yeah, it does have me cautious, but I have to trust that FromSoft is slow and deliberate with what they produce, and I hope that the corporate culture sustains that as well, because yeah, like you say, we're in a huge time of flux.
Yeah. So Sekiro Shadows Die Twice did win Game of the Year in 2019. So there is.
Okay.
Yeah. So every time so far they're on a roll of Sekiro Dice. That one gets the Elden Ring wins Game of the Year. Do you think Armored Core? In a year that we've had this year, I don't see us getting Armored Core to win Game of the Year this year.
No, I haven't personally played it. So it's a little hard to say for certain, but I think in another year they would have done far better. Yeah. But in this year, it's just insanity.
Oh man, what
unsustainable insanity?
Absolutely. But you have to be excited to see that more projects are coming out of the studio. You knew more was coming regardless, right? just what are they working on next? I think it becomes our biggest question. Is it Bloodborne 2? Is it Elden Ring 2? Is it? It just kind of keeps becoming the question of what's next. The studio that is such beloved now by everybody in the industry, they're starting to build up to that, almost that Rockstar caliber, right? Like they are an S tier studio now at this point. What are they going to bring us next? And can they keep that legacy that they've been building and keep that momentum going without, like we've seen studios go high, man, and then by the time they hit the third game, then it drops. Now, granted, Armored Core isn't for everybody. I think that's really what it comes down to for Armored Core. Is that you're either into mechs or you're not into mechs, right? And I kind of, that's how that plays off. So maybe the next one will be even more open for more players to come in. Kind of like Elden Ring in a sense.
Then again, though, that's kind of, you're playing away from the crowd that you've cultivated then at that point. So it is hard to, I wonder how that is going to work.
Yeah.
Armored Core was never something I was into personally, but I would like to talk to somebody who had played it a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like how we got Mirage this year, right? We got a smaller scale, but yet next year we're going to get a bigger scale game for Assassin's Creed. Are they looking to do the same thing here? Make something a little bit more small scale, and then bring us the bigger scale next time. And go play it back and forth, and it keeps the teams going too. Is the other side of it, right? No layoffs.
Hey,
that's the biggest thing.
Whatever happened to that Elden Ring DLC? Did that ever happen?
Dude, we haven't seen anything. We gonna get that at the Game Awards? Like that's something that should be announced soon, if anything at all, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. Time will tell. Game Awards isn't that far away. Gotta hear something more from Fromsoft, don't you think?
Surely.
Scott, Nintendo reportedly patented a dual-screen gaming device that can split into two. Jordan Midler over at VGC. Man, oh man. A recently filed Nintendo patent has been discovered that refers to a dual-screen gaming device that can split in half. That's according to GameRant, which shared images supposed attached to the patent reminiscent of the Nintendo 3DS, Scott. However, instead of the clamshell design, which saw the top screen fold on top of the bottom screen, this design sees the top screen face out, even when the machine is closed over. Interesting. The top and bottom parts.
Reminds me of the chocolate phone.
What?
Remember that back in the day? It was the phone model called Chocolate. I forget who made it, but it was one of the first sliding ones with the keyboard underneath.
Oh man, nope. The top and bottom parts of the machine would also be able to operate independently of each other. While this may indicate some Nintendo's potential ideas for the future devices, the company has a history of similar patents being filed and never coming to fruition. Prior to the announcement of the Nintendo Switch, a patent was filed by the company showing a handheld gaming device machine with a large oval screen with an oval screen? That'd be weird. With analog sticks protruding through the screen. That would no.
Yeah, it's like the whole device was supposed to be a screen. It was strange, jarring to look at.
Oh man, that'd be ugly. According to VGC sources, the company has dispatched Switch 2 development kits to key partners, with a launch plan for the second half of 2024. The platform holder also showed off tech demos for its Nintendo Switch successor behind closed doors at Gamescom. We talked about that several times here on the show. Scott, Switch 2 next year. GTA 6 next year. If you could only get one, what do you get?
Oh, it's too bad that the Nintendo system is not going to run GTA 6. I would bet it won't. Oh, that is a hard choice, though.
No, it's not.
Really,
GTA 6. I'm all in. Let's go.
Well, yeah, you didn't have Nintendo indoctrinate you all throughout school like I did.
Nope. Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know if this device exactly has my confidence, but
no.
I know whatever Nintendo puts out next is going to be some sort of seller.
Oh, I guarantee the Switch 2, whatever this turns out to be, is going to sell like hotcakes. It's going to be an interesting device to see what they can do, right? Their biggest fear is, how do you follow the success of the Switch? It's kind of like when you went from the Wii to the Wii U, and the Wii U tanked, right? Oh. They don't want that same misstep. They want to have a Wii to the Switch kind of mentality and push forward, right? And bring all those fans back around into the new life cycle of whatever console they're going to make. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and he's like, I don't think we'll have consoles in the next generation. I think we got one more generation in us for consoles, and then he feels it's all be streaming. Could you imagine, Scott, turning on your TV, streaming Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo stuff all from the same device?
That's exactly what I was thinking of, actually, too. Yeah, that's a future I see. I think you're right. One more console generation, and we'll see a weird transitional start to happen. But I think it'll come down to minimum requirements. If your device meets the requirement for whatever game on an individual game basis, then why not? Why not play it? Right? You just have to maintain your Nintendo subscription to access that one if you want.
Exactly, and this is why you see Xbox work so hard to grow Game Pass. Starfield comes out. There's 11 million people playing Starfield because of Game Pass. The subscription service sees a boost, right? This is why they buy Activision Blizzard, so that they can solidify, not for next gen, but the generation after, the pull, hey, you want to play Call of Duty? You're not getting it anywhere else but Game Pass, right? That is the mentality I think is going to be moving forward here in the future, that everything's just going to turn into a streaming system instead. Nintendo can do all the devices they want, but at the end of the day, we have our phone, and then we have our consoles, we have our PCs, right? These are starting to go away.
I guess
something
Nintendo could do still is produce the Joy-Cons and things that you will need.
The Joy-Cons
some of their experiences that require more than just a mouse and keyboard.
No, absolutely, right? It's going to be, what controller do you grab that connects to your phone to play, or to your TV to play these games, right? We had the Stadia controller. You could take and connect it to whatever you wanted to play Stadia games. It's gonna be the same thing. Xbox, you Bluetooth your controller to your TV, you turn it on, away you go, you're playing Xbox games. PlayStation, same thing. I think we're gonna start that. Less and less if they just consoles then, right?
Sorry, I was thinking if they just become the controller, I think that would be a logical progression, because then you still have that hardware that provides the 6-axis if you want. It has the touch screen if you need it.
Then okay, here's the other thing. Here we go, like side rant. Like, it's just, but when you take a look at the devices, right? We take a look at these consoles, and all of a sudden now we go to just a controller, no longer a console. Dude, we're no longer paying $600-700 for these devices anymore, right? The controller is $100. You want in, it's $100.
I bet you could expect subscriptions to cost a lot more in those days, though.
Oh, man, yeah.
To compensate, because those companies are still going to want to ride high on these huge profits.
Yeah. We've heard mixed things, too. Mixed rumors of what the new Switch 2 is going to be. It doesn't sound like it's going to have an OLED screen on it, which is kind of disappointing. There's a lot of things I'm kind of curious to see what happens when Nintendo does finally announce, hey, this is what you get for the Switch 2. My biggest fear, dude, is how underpowered it is already for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S, where they're already talking about doing a halfway point refresh on the console.
No, it's too much. You really got to step that up like a whole 2 generations, Nintendo.
I don't think they do.
And no online always requirement, please.
God, it's a jam-packed day today. Dude, there's one game. What do we have?
We have Phantom Rose 2 Sapphire, and that is on PC and Mac systems.
Mac? What?
What's that?
And that'll wrap up today's show, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. This has been ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest gaming news each and every day, Monday to Friday. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'm Drew. That's Scott.
And we'll see you inside the game.